welcome first grade. My name is Sharon Burch. I am the author of the Freddie The Frog storybooks. I believe you have read at least one. Oh, there's something in night. Right? Yeah, so I'm going to quiz you and see what you remember. And then I will be introducing you to our musicians, which I forgot to do last time. We just called them musicians. I don't want to forget that, so I'm going to do that now. Off to my left, your right, is Mr. Michael Schertz at the piano, who is the husband to Mrs. Schertz, the first grade teacher. Yes. He is an incredible musician, composer, arranger, singer, performer, I don't know. He does it all. If it has music in it, he does it, as well as Mrs. Schertz is very musical and performs and dances and sings. Yeah, you guys probably knew that one. Over here we have Mr. Dwight Bailey. Dwight Bailey on bass. Give a hand there. So he's playing the bass. And on the drum set is Jerry Powell. Right? Okay. And so they were kind enough that when I was going to, Mrs. Schertz asked me, would you be interested in coming? I said I would, and then we talked, and they said they would come as well. So you have a very special treat. No other school I have ever gone to, ever done this for, has ever had live musicians in the room. That's pretty special. So we really want to thank them. I also want to say special time for them at the end. So we will be doing something really special with them. First of all, let's play a game that Freddie loves to play. It is called The Mirror. Get ready. I am looking in my giant mirror. That's you. You are the giant mirror. Now, a couple of questions that these are the rules to the game. First of all, if it is a mirror, if you are the mirror, do mirrors talk? No. Not unless there was some kind of movie, right? But no, in real life they do not talk. So you are my giant mirror. So will you be talking? No. Does a mirror show you the same thing as the person on the other side? Yes. So even if I talk in the middle of this, would you talk? No. What would you do instead? Show me. Perfect. Let's try. Don't forget, all right? And I'm going to see how good you are. If you're really good at this game, I'm going to try to make it harder and harder and harder. Let's see. In order to play this game really, really well, what do you have to do? You can just say it. Well, be quiet. I mean, that's probably a common answer you get asked a lot. But if you really want to be good at this game, you have to do what? Yeah, and so you have to look at me like crazy, right? Like if you get distracted and you think, oh, what's my buddy doing? You'll miss it. And I go, ha, fooled you. So, here we go. Somebody forgot to play the mirror game. You are doing so well. It's going to get a little See if you can do this without any sound. I see some really good people out there going like this. In game. Nice. Okay, so there's going to be a place in the story coming up that all of a sudden I'll start playing the mirror game. So the mirror game's over right now. You did an incredible job. I fooled just a few, but then you got back together. It was difficult for you. So no mirror game happening at the moment. Your signal when the mirror game is going to begin again, which might be right in the middle of the story, or right in the middle of them playing music. Like, you have to be watching and be so ready. You guys seem pretty smart. Here's the signal. That will be your signal. Oh, we're playing the mirror game right at the same time that we're doing something else. You got this. Okay, I have a friend who gets scared if you get too loud, especially when he's not sure he knows you yet. But I think he might. That's Freddie.
Where is he?
This is my friend Freddie. See you wave at Freddie? He has a song that he loves to sing when he gets to meet new kids. And you heard they already know your story? I think you're right. We're going to find out in a minute. Yes. And, yes, you get to tell him a new story. That's for sure. Yes. Okay, he gets so excited he gets to tell me a new story. So in the first, oh, I almost forgot your song. I'm so sorry. Okay. Some of you are going to ask me, I had somebody ask me this at the last class and I forgot to tell them. So I will tell you, and then if a kindergarten person asks you, hey, can you answer this? You can say yes. So you're going to notice that only I can hear Freddie. And I can truly hear him. The problem is that I took a trip to Trouble Club Island. That's where I met Freddie. And when we came back, I was the only one that could hear him. Strange, isn't it? Yeah. So he tells me things and it works, but he can hear me. Oh. Okay, here we go. I'll sing, you have them. Which part do you want to do? You want to sing with the kids? Okay. Hello, Freddie.
Hello, Freddie.
Who are you?
Who are you?
We are friends of Freddie.
We are friends of Freddie.
Now he's going to sing, but remember that problem we have, so you'll have to put it here. He's going to sing, how are you? But you're going to answer, we are fine. Okay.
We are fine.
That's perfect. Let's put it all together. All right, here we go. Hello, Freddie.
Hello, Freddie.
Who are you?
Who are you?
We are friends of Freddie.
We are friends of Freddie. We are fine.
Oh, he loves that. Makes me feel so heard and loved. Yes. Okay, let's find out. I hear that you know what that place is. Trouble Club Island. Well done. And does Freddie live at the top or the bottom?
No, it's top.
Oh, you're so good. I knew you already knew that. You are correct. So we're going to go right over to here. Oh, this is a tough one. Do you know it? Oh, the Crocodile River! High five. Awesome. How many knew that was the Crocodile River? Oh, I thought so. You guys are so smart. That's the Crocodile River. He had to be very careful crossing that bridge. And when he was checking out that big monster, which ended up being an elephant, who ended up being his best friend. And he was really scared to go across the bridge because he was afraid the elephant, because he'd never met one before, was going to eat frogs. And as soon as he met Eli, he was like, what? Of course not, I eat peanuts. Then he was like, oh, cool. So they became very best friends, and that's when he got really scared, remember that part? Who lives at the bottom? You can just say it. Eli, that's right. And then they did the hokey pokey. So, special directions here. Get ready, Freddie. I'm going to have to put you down. You can help control the music over here. We get to do 2 activities if you can follow directions for the first one. Okay. So, because there's a lot of us in here and we're squished pretty tight, you have to do this very carefully. In just a minute, I'm going to ask you to stand up. But you'll need to, when you stand, your feet need to be where your bottom is right now. Okay, here we go. Stand and put your feet where your bottom is right now. Woo! Okay, now we're going to put one toe in front of you. Get ready for the hokey pokey. And then put it back. One foot, do it again. And put it back. When you turn, you're going to put your feet slightly apart and turn in a tiny circle. And when you come back around, you'll tap those 3 times right. And you'll listen to the music and do that way. All right, second, we're going to put out our elephant trunk. Again, be careful of your neighbors. So, elephant trunk. Then you're going to put it behind you like this. Put it in front. And when we do the turn, you're going to pretend that you have water at the end of your trunk, spraying over your own back, and go a tiny little circle. Okay, ready? Then the next one is we'll make elephant ears by taking hold of your own ears and pretending this is the elephant ear. Ears in, ears out, just kind of do a lean. Ears in, shake your ears all about. And then we'll do a small circle and we'll finish up. If you do this really well, we get to do a second song. Here we go.
Put your left leg in, put your left leg out, put your left leg in, and you shake it all around.
Tiny circle.
Do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. You put your trunk in, you put your trunk out, you put your trunk in, and you shake it all about.
Good job.
Do the hokey
Where you
pokey
about?
and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. You put your ears in, you put your ears out, you put your ears in, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about.
You did awesome. Get to the second song. Grab the guitar out of the sky. Put it here. Bend your knees. Watch me. You ready? Woo! Here comes it. Elephant ears. Bend your knees too. There you go. So, now Freddie and Eli are best friends. Every single day, they wake up and they go find each other, or they spend time in each other's vacation home, and let's find out if you remember where those are. Okay, get ready. Who lives here? You can just say it. Freddie. Here. Eli. Who has a vacation home here?
Eli.
Who has a vacation home here?
Freddie.
Take away the answers. All right. Tricky one.
But we didn't see him.
You did it? Okay.
Well, at least I didn't.
Say it one more time. Yell it or say it? Say it. What's the name of those flowers? Because that is so hard to remember. I'm so impressed. That's amazing. Amazing stuff.
Do you know where
All right.
to go to the nerve?
Now, one day, Freddie and Eli are hanging out on Treble Island, and they hear this very loud sound come really close above them, and it was a plane that landed on Treble Island. And when the plane landed, they were really curious, because this did not happen very often at all. They wanted to see who was on that plane. So they kind of snuck up closer, but out of sight to see who it was. Oh, I'll let the story tell you, because that's what this story is all about. But this is a fun story when you get to do things at the same time. So what did I tell you early on about this? Mirror. Okay. So, I don't know, you guys are awfully smart. I normally wait until second grade to do this, but I think you could do it in first grade. I do. All right, so here's what we're going to do. Imaginary line. I'm going to pretend there's an imaginary line about right here. So everybody on this side, your job is to pretend when I tell you, I'll look at you and I'll point, and you'll go like this, and you pretend to play the drums like this. Use your voice too. Here we go. Got it? That's your job. Over here, right between here and here, and if you're like, I don't know which side I'm on, just pick one. It's okay. All right? So this area, you're going to pretend you play the bass. Go like this. Go like this. Right for the kids. And here we go. Ba-boom, boom, 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 boom. Can you hear that? Listen. Ba-boom, boom, 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 boom. You do it. Works for me, that's awesome. All right, right here we have the next section, which is basically here to here. All right? And you're going to pretend to play the instrument that Mr. Schurz is playing. And we're going to do this. Skilly-dilly-pump, 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 skilly-dilly-pump. Fantastic. And then when I go to a new group, you stop. This group, you're going to pretend to play the trumpet, which we don't have here today with this, but we'll have it in the story. Sweet bop, sweet bop. Sweet bop, sweet bop. Sweet bop, sweet bop.
Sweet bop, sweet bop.
Now, everybody, when I pick up my imaginary trombone, if you're not sure what that is, you'll see a picture of it. Cool. I'm going to say, wah, wah, and all of you pick up imaginary trombones, and you do the same thing. Wah, wah. My turn, your turn? My turn? Wah, wah. Wah, wah. Fantastic. That is also our cue that we're ready for the next part of the story. Anytime that's the next part of the story, just take 2 fingers in your lap and do this. Okay, very cool. Make sure you're sitting on your very bottom, not up on your knees, so that everybody behind you can see. Make sure you're sitting on your bottom, please. Thank you. It helps the people behind you.
my glasses.
Very well. Here we go. I might try to trick you in the middle of this too, but we'll get there.
Freddie the Frog and the Flying Jazz Kitten, written by Sharon Burch, illustrated by Tiffany Harris, with special guest, the Flying Jazz Kitten, created by Sharon and Jenny. Zoom! Freddie and Eli ducked to the ground, covered their ears from the rumbling sound, a jet plane landed on the other side of the Crocodile River. In one smooth glide, the door opened and the steps came down, and 5 cool cats strutted to the ground. They crossed the bridge, went into the mine where the brass horns made are mighty fine. Freddie and Eli tiptoed across the creaking bridge and the soft fuzzy moss. They crept up closer to the open door. They'd never seen inside a plane before. Then something strange made the 2 friends stop. A little white kitten appeared with a bop. She sang, "Shooby-doo-dup, why don't you come up?" So Freddie went bloop, 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 bloop. Eli went thump, thump, thump. Oh, he couldn't get through. What could he do? He looked to the left, he looked to the right. Where was Freddie? He was out of sight. Freddie said, "Look!" Eli said, "Where?" Freddie said, "Here, with all the gear." "Ouch!" yelled Eli. "What was that?" Someone had poked him where he always sat. He backed down the stairs, the shiny metal squares. "Hello," he said with a sheepish grin. But the 5 cool cats just stepped on in. The door shut with a rink, clank, bam. Eli shouted as the door went slam, "Wait!" But it was too late. Zoom. Inside the plane, Freddie's ears popped. "Help," he said. "Can't we stop?" But the cats just stared with curious eyes. Freddie's belly filled with butterflies. Where did that flying kitten go? She'd tell the cats he was friend, not foe. Then one cat sang, "Shooby-dooby-sky." Freddie said, "Huh?" The cat sang again, "Shooby-dooby-sky." "What's that cat mean by that?" Then the hip little kitten appeared with a bop, singing a jazzy Scooby-Doo-Wop. Just sing scat like the cool jazz cat. "Scat?" said Freddie. "What's that?" "Shooby-doo, they just say what I say." "Okay," said Freddie in surprise. He echoed the kitten with the big blue eyes. "Shooby-dooby-doo, shooby-dooby-doo." The cats really dug it and sang something new. Dooby-dooby-doo, dooby-dooby-doo, a-wop-bamboo, a-wop-bamboo, a-doo-da-doo-da, doo-da-doo-da, boogity-boogity-boo, then they all sat down to enjoy the ride. The cool jazz cat seemed satisfied, and the flying jazz kitten, she started to purr. With a wink and a bop, she vanished for sure. Soon the plane landed with a mighty roar. The cats led Freddie as they strutted out the door. They rode in a car through a sea of lights. Freddie's head spun with all the sights. Beep, beep, honk, honk. Blink, blink.
Blink, blink.
The city noises blared all around, zooming past as the wheels turned round. Ding, ding, clang, clang. Zip, zap. Tweet, tweet, yow.
Yow.
Freddie found himself in big time now. The car stopped by a backstage door. The Jazz Cats Club was on the lowest floor. The 5 cats leapt right onto the stage. The first cat sat, he was all the rage. "Oh, spring a leg." The second cool cat curled up to the bass. The third cat pawed the piano keys. The fourth cat blew the shiny new horn. The cat made his trombone sing. Then the 5 cool cats motioned Freddie to the mic. "What, me?" Freddie said with fright, but the little winged kitten appeared like Zach.
"Go ahead, friend, I'll help you, Scat."
So Freddie grabbed the mic, kind of jazz-like. He echoed the kitten, the flying jazz kitten.
Sweet bop, sweet bop,
Sweet bop,
dooby-dooby-doo,
dooby-dooby-doo,
skiddly-skiddly-doo,
skiddly, skiddly-doo,
a big bamboo.
a big bamboo.
Then Freddie lit up. This scat was fun. He listened to the cats jamming one by one.
Skiddly-diddly-plunk, skiddly-diddly-plunk,
The flying jazz kitten had disappeared. Freddie was fine without her near. The cats and the frog Frog had a swinging show. Now the gig was done, it was time to go. They climbed in the back of the shiny car. Freddie felt cool like a jazz cat star. He listened to the sounds making music all around. Beep, beep, honk, honk.
Beep, beep, honk, honk.
Blink, blink.
Blink, blink.
Ding, ding, clang, clang.
Ding, ding, clang, clang.
Zip, zap.
Zip, zap.
Tweet, tweet, yow.
Tweet, tweet, yow.
Glittery lights faded away. It was time to go home. Freddie could not stay. They flew through the sky, zip-a-doo-why. In the morning light, they landed from their flight. Freddie greeted Eli with a swinging beat, scatting and a jamming and a tapping his feet. And the flying jazz kitten, well, where did she go? Why, she's always there when jazz is in the air. So when you're scatting and afraid you'll flop, just think of the kitten and her jazzy bebop.
Everybody.
Sweet that sweet baby, sweet that sweet baby, sweet that sweet
Everybody.
Sweetie bop, sweetie bop. Sweetie bop, sweetie bop.
Wow, wow.
Wow, wow.
Wow, wow.
Wow, wow.
Wow, wow.
Yes, that was fantastic. Nice job. So now we get to do something really fun. Over here, we have our musicians. I'm going to, we're going to echo scat. So let's try it just like this. Whatever I say, you echo me this time. Bee-bop, bee-bop.
Bee-bop, bee-bop.
We're going to add actions too, so you have something to do with your hands. Bop, bop.
Bop, bop.
Try to do that too next time. All right, here you go. And we'll go.
1, 2, and.
First of all, find the beat. Nice job. All right. My turn, your turn. Bee-bop, bee-bop.
Bee-bop, bee-bop.
Bop, bop. Ba-doo-ba, ba-doo-ba.
Ba-doo-bop, ba-doo-bop.
Bop, bop, bop.
Bop, bop, bop.
Nice. All right. So, now, who would like to come up to the front and do what I just did? Raise your hand if you would like to be that person. Okay, you don't have to. I'm going to go for Miss Purple. Here, okay, are you ready?
I hope she will pick me.
I know, I hate that. Have you? I guess it's It's amazing. Okay, so, David, your job is to do what I was doing. So you can sing something that you've heard in the book, okay? Or you can just make something. And if you would, okay, if you'd like my help, you let me know, okay? All right, here we go. I'll hold this for you. Your job is whatever she sings, you're going to echo. Okay, I'll let you get started. And if you can add some actions to it, that would be great too. Yeah, think so? All right, cool. All right, face them all. I'll make sure the mic is clear out there right through there.
A bee-bop-a-bop. A bee-bop-a-bop.
I love it. Let's add some music to that.
Yeah. 1, 2, and.
A bee-bop-a-bop. A bee-bop-a-bop.
going on. You guys can just keep playing. I'll rotate kids, and that will get us
That'd be
a
awesome.
again.
Yes.
And then we'll wrap up with Maestro Michael over there. Okay. Somebody's really doing a great job. They're sitting there still, their hand is up, and they want to come up to the front and do what they need to do. Sir, in the black t-shirt with the red on the front, I think it's JC. Parker. Would you like to come to the front?
I'm a little nervous.
You don't have to do it if you change your mind. It's okay. I'll help you too. What would you? I think you can do it. Come on up. Give him a hand. Parker, that was really awesome that you came up. I love it. All right, so we're gonna go for black. Bring your green zipper. Pink shirt near the back. Come on out. Yeah. And while we're waiting, awesome. Give her a hand. All right, we're looking for somebody during the crowd. They're sitting on their bottom and their hand is raised. If you're on your knees, I will not pick you. All right. Black shirt with black glasses. That's you. The one that just looked at me. Yes. Okay. Give him a hand. All right, Mr. Michael, take it away.
So we're gonna jam a little bit. We're gonna play, and we don't have a trumpet or trombone or saxophone, so I guess I'm gonna have to do it. But we get to maybe a place in the song where maybe you sing along with us. It may be singing. It might be Mr. Jerry on the drums playing. You may have to like use your fingers or your hands on your lap and repeat the rhythms that he does. So listen to what we do, right?
Let's practice that with him so that
Yeah,
you get it.
let's totally practice it. So watch what happens. Here we go. Ready? 2, listen now, and. Alright, so that may happen. Also, there's something that's really important. Remember when Freddie was playing with those jazz cats? At the end of the song is a big flashy ending, okay? And so I want to teach you this ending, alright? When we get to that ending, it's going to sound like this. Oh yes, to sing with us?
Oh, yeah!
Okay, now let's do the song. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, and.
Sweet, sweet bop. Sweet, sweet bop.
Squeal out.
Sweet up.
Squeal body body bop.
Sweet up.
Squeal body bop.
Sweet up.
Wow wow.
Wow, wow.
Wow wow.
Wow, wow.
Oh, bop bop bop. Bop 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 bop. So do you. I love Freddie. So do you. Scooby-Doo-Boo. Wow, wow. Now, here's what's gonna happen is that at the very end of the songs, a lot of times, all musicians jam at the same time. They all solo play. So pick your favorite instrument from the book, right? Trombone, trumpet. It could be the piano, the drums, the bass. What did I miss? That was all of them. You pick your favorite instrument. We're all going to jam at the same time. But you gotta listen, because sometimes when the music stops, you have to freeze. So when the music stops, you gotta freeze. And then when the music starts again, jam and play and have a good time, right? So go ahead, stand up and let's jam out. Pick your favorite instrument. Here we go. 6, 1,
is just killing me right now. So, echo me. I like Freddie.
I like Freddie.
Freddie likes me.
Freddie likes me.
Oh, yes, thank you. I heard a lot of shouting out there. It's just, my ears were like, sing, sweetheart. You guys sound beautiful. I think I know we're out of time, maybe a little bit over out of time. You have been amazing. I know that they said you're first grade, but I actually think you're second grade. I think they were fooling you because you guys did such a great job. No? You're really first grade?
Yes.
Wow. So, just remember, all of you are musicians inside. And someday, if you want to grow up and play one of these instruments or sing, you can do that now. It'd be great. Yeah. So you can do that. Okay, so we are going to wrap it up. Thank you very much. Boys and girls, I am going to show you something I forgot to show the kindergarten before. If you had fun doing that, let me skip through. There was a place on a website that's completely free that if you click on that button, the green boxes that you see, you'll hear Freddie scouting and you can echo Freddie at home like we were doing today. So you can do that anytime you want if you're at a computer and you have the internet. So I'll make sure your music teacher knows about that so she can give you the specifics on how to do that. But that's something you could do if you wanted. Do you have a question for me?
Last time I teach you the basketball.
I will have your music teacher send directions, okay? It's that website. That's what it'll look like.
Freddie the Frog.
Yep, FreddieTheFrog.com, and then you click on where it says Freddie Games, and then you click on the book cover of the Scat Singing, or the Flying Jazz Kitten, and it will open up to this. That's it, okay? Great question. It is time to go. Would you like for them to stay seated unless it's the class being dismissed?
Yeah, that's probably the best.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay, so our musicians will play as you leave, and only the first class stand up and follow your teacher, and then we'll do the next class.
I am the